If your bar's making money, the deal is your bar staff can kind of,
finagle with the.
they can, you give free drinks out to the patrons, like good people who pay a lot. You give them free shots, you can buy backs. You have one with them. You get hammered behind the bar all the time. These are some of the deals you work out with the people where I wouldn't know.
You do some lines on the counter.
I was a good bartender. I did Percocet at work once when I was a bartender. And I surprisingly drank a lot too.
Oh my God.
I was working.
Well, you're doing your job, tasting the beer, make sure it's all fresh.
I was at the Brass Tap. Remember, I worked at the bar in the ferry terminal. I was all fucked up.
From the pictures that we've seen of you working the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, that place?
Oh, no. That's Riviera.
Oh, all right.
That place doesn't exist anymore. Neither of them do. Both bars I worked at shut down right after. No, the Brass Tap. That was the one it was at the ferry. It was a complete trash shithead bar.
Was that like a bunch of beers on tap? Is that why it was called that?
I'm pretty sure we had 60 taps that rarely got cleaned.
Like, did you have to memorize where they were, or they kind of were in some order or something?
They were in an order because we would have a lot of the same beer companies with like 4 different types of beer. So
there would be sections, kind of.
Yeah, and when people order the same shit all the time, because we also had 20 that nobody ever fucking touched. So I didn't know where those were. If somebody asked for them, I'd be like, "What? You want what chocolate beer? We have chocolate beer." There was a lot of that, and every now and then, other than drinking myself half to death and doing drugs behind the bar, sometimes I would just give myself a little treat. We always had this peanut butter chocolate beer on tap, and it was delicious.
You dip your head under the tap, just pour it into your mouth.
It was way too rich to do that. I would probably fucking vomit. But it was like a milkshake. It was like Guinness color.
Would people order this beer, or was it kind of no one even really?
Nah, because when people came in it was a craft beer place, so they wanted the IPAs and all the all that fucking crafty, grolshy fucking whatever. So no, not a lot of people ordered the dessert beer. Hey, there it is. God, look at all those fucking beers.
Should we call it the ass tap?
It was the ass tap. I wonder if I was there when this picture was taken. I mean,
you're there in the middle. I see you right there. Yeah. You're there in the middle of the.
I have a picture somewhere of me at this place behind the bar, but it took me 3 hours.
There you are.
Those look like proper bar nachos.
The food wasn't that bad. The kitchen staff was mildly retarded, but.
Now, why did this close? Do you know?
John Taffer come in, go, shut it down, shut it down.
Essentially, we were just not making enough money. I guess I don't know because I left right before it closed down. I was out of there.
Well, were you stealing a bunch of beer and was everyone else?
I drank mostly liquor, and dude, this place had so many kegs. Even if we were rolling kegs out of there, they still had 60 more. We couldn't steal enough beer.
But I mean, just giving out free stuff and all that.
No, that's what it was. The fucking degenerates that would come into this place, I wouldn't give them shit for free. Fuck no. We would, because it was half commuters that were just getting one drink before the ferry.
Right by the ferry, yeah.
Yeah. Or the bums, literally, that would just be getting.
Staten Island side?
No, the Manhattan side.
Oh, okay.
So we had turbo bums coming into this fucking place.
Did you kick out the guy from there that was horrible to women?
This is the place where I kicked the guy out for telling weird shit to women and then making a bunch of them leave. Because that
picture.
No, I don't know I don't know what the fuck that giant staff is. Well, actually, Breast Tap is it's like a chain. So I think there's a bunch of them. But yeah, no, the place it was literally every day I had to deal with homeless people coming in.
I mean, it's New York.
And ordering
people.
Can I get Corona? And I'm just like, yes. And I would hold it and be like, now give me the money. It was like a standoff.
Pennies.
Now you gotta pay. Dude, they would pay with crumpled up dollars and fucking pennies. And I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm at a homeless shelter.
But why not go to the bodega and just get it for half off?
Because they bought a beer, they can now sit in the bar,
use the bathroom and stuff,
make a fucking mess. Yes. We had this one guy who would come in, He came into every one of my shifts. His name was Joe Scudurlo.
That's not a
Know
name.
his last name?
Dude, he came in every time I was in. Actually, there were 2 guys that came every time I was in. One was this guy Glenn, who was in a jazzy scooter. This guy bothered the absolute shit out of me. I've talked about him.
rascal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked about him a bunch, but. This other guy, Joe Scudurlo, he annoyed me less, and he was more just funny because he was like a fat old retard.
SK or SC?
SC.
Oh, Scudurlo.
Scudurlo. He had the funniest name. He was this big, fat, he looked kind of Italian, bald guy. And he would come in like old Jets jerseys.
Fully bald or horseshoe bald?
Fully bald.
Okay.
And he had just like a like shitty, messed up face. And he used to just come in every week and drink like 5 glasses of red wine.
Just once a week?
Well, I was only there a couple times a week, so I would see him maybe once or twice a week. And yeah, he would just drink a ton of wine every time he came in, and he would stumble out, usually knock a wine glass over. He was a fucking complete mess of a person.
What? Like 5 glasses of wine. I mean, I would be
That'll fuck
pretty
you
drunk.
up. Yeah, that's 5 glasses of
But that's like a bottle of wine. Like I could drink a bottle of wine. If you're a drinker, that doesn't seem like that much.
Usually he was fine. Usually all he did was come in, drink his wine, and like yell randomly at the TV. He was kind of like Gino. He could just come in, randomly yell, but he was just so like old, fat, and he had like an accent. I think he was Italian, but he seemed like an American lump of shit. And you just and then I was just like, here's one of my regulars. Here's one of my guys. Hey, Joe Scudurlo. One day he came in. He like chugged a glass of wine, but he was more than his usual drunk. He was like falling all over himself. Chugged a glass of wine, fucking passed out on the bar, woke up, puked all over the floor, just fucking a waterfall of red wine vomit all over the place, and just gets up and leaves.
Perfect. I mean, good for him. Sucks for you, but like, all right.
Oh yeah, he was having a great night.
Yeah.
He got shit faced on his fucking wine again. Fucking took a little nap, woke up, purged, and he was like, "Oh, I feel like $1,000. All right, time to go home." And I'm just like, "What? What am I doing here?" This place stinks. That was my only customer. He was the only guy in the bar.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was like late at night. And I get like again the stragglers to
You have
come
to
in,
clean
ask
it
for a
up?
beer and leave. Well, he wasn't gonna. No one else was
There was
there.
no like bar hop or whatever or something.
It was
some
late
Mexican
enough.
You can make to it.
I might have been able.
over here.
If the kitchen staff was still there, I might have been able to get them to do it. They were not. It was late, so it was just me. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm cleaning up the fucking blood on the floor.